All right, so today we're going to be discussing the content of Unit 4. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. One of the first questions that's being asked for today's video journal, is what have you learned about failure in the context of it being a part of your career? Now, the interesting thing is that I found that failure is just a requirement. It's basically mandatory in terms of both your career as well as other aspects of your personal and professional life. But I feel that it is a very core aspect of helping not just myself, but anybody that encounters failure in their career. It helps them define what is worthy to pursue and what isn't, in terms of different pathways that people would like to go down, and different decisions that they will make at some points in their career on whether or not to pursue this line of work, or maybe continue to strengthen what I'm good at in this line of work. And when met with these decisions, sometimes we won't make the correct ones, and that will ultimately lead to failure. But I think that that process of growing, learning, and failing is a it's a positive cycle. It keeps pushing us forward more and more. Um, Perhaps not nicely. Always, sometimes failure, it doesn't feel good, nor does it, always have great outcomes. But I feel that that failure in and of itself pushes us as human beings, especially in the field of employment and having a career, to pursue what it is we are really after, and our goals, each of our individual goals, more and more than what it would be if we were not met with nearly as much failure, or if failure just wasn't a part of our careers. I feel like failure is the great catalyst for growth, whereas success, while good, does sometimes have a stagnating effect. Um, so that is my opinion on that. As for the three videos that we were required to watch, the one that had the most impact on me was, I think, Mrs. Caroline Dweck. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but she speaks on, her overarching message is the power of yet. And particularly in regards to individuals who have a fixed mindset and individuals who have a growth mindset. Now, me personally, I have realized that I am a bit of both. Um, Sometimes, and depending on the circumstance and or the situation, but I think that it is more conducive to be an individual who has a growth mindset all the time. So um, I particularly appreciated her video because it reminded me that um, a individual who learns from their failures and is motivated even more to uh, you know overcome a challenge or an obstacle in their way, rather than having it be the sole defining reason that they don't feel like pursuing any more growth, um, is a very important message. I think that people, and myself included, should be more inclined to become individuals who have growth mindsets, who view these mistakes as learning opportunities, and um, you know as well as using those failures in our career and other places in our life as motivation to not hang up our hat and say we're done for the day, but instead to have it be the reason that we want to chase more. As for some of the resilience strategies that I would like to develop and start to use in my day to day life as well as in my career, is rejection therapy. I did very much appreciate the idea of rejection therapy. I think it's a very key way to be able to build up essentially what is, a thick and tough skin to hearing no, or being told that it didn't go our way, or that we ourselves see that the outcome isn't what we were looking for. I think that rejection therapy is a very good way to um, be able to speed up the process of becoming comfortable with failures. Um, and I think that that in and of itself is one of the ultimate goals and ultimate principles that you can learn from failure, is that it doesn't put you down permanently. It should keep you going. That's all for me.